Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're the show that, really tries to cut through the noise and find those aha moments. Now, if you're anything like me, or, well, most people really, you've probably felt that kind of dizzying spin of AI buzzwords lately. Seen the headlines, maybe felt a bit like you're standing outside a very exclusive tech club, especially if you're working in, say, a small business, a local shop, maybe a nonprofit. That gap between the big AI promises and what it actually means day to day, it can feel huge, like a chasm. So today, we're not just looking at that gap. We're aiming to build a bridge, a superhighway even. We're diving deep into this really powerful idea, maybe even essential idea, of becoming an AI translator, our focus, launching AI literacy workshops for non-technical teams. And here's the great part, the really liberating part. You don't need some fancy PhD in computer science. You don't need to code. What you do need, though, is a real passion for connecting with people, maybe a knack for teaching, and just wanting to demystify something that feels complex but honestly holds so much potential.
It's truly amazing how vital this AI translator role has become, isn't it? I mean, AI isn't just evolving, it's accelerating, just rocketing forward. And that pace often leaves really dedicated professionals in, well, all sorts of fields feeling a bit lost, disoriented, maybe even irrelevant, which is a terrible feeling. And it's not about blaming anyone, right? It's just that the tech leaps haven't always been matched by practical, accessible education, especially for the folks actually running our communities, our small businesses, our local economies. So bridging that gap between the cutting edge stuff and the, practical day-to-day applications, that's where the real value is. It's about empowerment.
You really nailed it there. Empowerment. Because this isn't just some abstract idea, it's a real challenge, but also there's a massive opportunity baked in. Our research turned up a pretty striking statistic. Get this. By 2025, something like 78% of companies have already adopted AI tools in some way, shape, or form. That's huge, isn't it? 78%. It tells you access to AI tools. Probably not the main problem anymore. Most places are already touching this stuff. But here's the crucial bit, the insight from our sources. The real bottleneck, the thing holding everyone back. It isn't access, it's comprehension. It's understanding how to actually use the tools they might already have or could easily get their hands on.
Precisely. And that comprehension gap, it sends ripples everywhere. Think about talented people, maybe a marketing manager at a local bakery, right? Or someone writing rants for a community nonprofit. They see AI tools popping up, read the headlines. Maybe their company even gives them access to some new AI assistant. But they feel completely adrift. How do I actually use this in my job? Every day. And that leads to anxiety, feeling left behind. Or even that quiet fear. Is this thing going to take my job or help it? Maybe they try it once, get a kind of meh result, and just dismiss it. AI is not for me.
Hmm.
And that is exactly where the huge opportunity for an AI translator comes in. You're not just teaching a skill, you're offering clarity, reassurance, a path forward for someone who can step in, break down the jargon, guide these teams, show them how to use AI for real stuff. Automating boring reports, drafting better emails, maybe generating ideas for social media, summarizing long documents. It's more than just training. It's transformative. You're unlocking productivity, sparking creativity, and crucially, building real confidence in this fast-changing world. The insight. You're not selling AI tech. You're selling understanding. You're selling agency.
That's the core of it, the agency part. Okay, so we've talked about the why, the urgent need, but let's pull back the curtain on the how. How does someone actually step into this role, become that AI translator, and build something that really helps? Well, imagine a workshop, structured but totally approachable, maybe half a day. You create this environment where complex stuff becomes, well, tangible, maybe even fun. You start with what we're calling a friendly demystifier phase, gently peeling back the layers. What is AI really? Forget the sci-fi stuff for a minute. Ground it in things people already know. Think about, like the spell checker on your phone, or those grammar tools that help polish your writing, suggesting better words. That's AI. Specifically, something called natural language processing, NLP, teaching computers language.
Right, or those meal planning apps, the ones that suggest recipes based on what you like and what's actually in your fridge. That's AI too, using recommendation engines, learning your tastes, making smart suggestions.
Exactly. By using examples they already see, AI stops feeling like some scary black box. Suddenly it feels, familiar. Helpful even. You're just setting the stage. Helping them see AI as a potential partner, not a threat.
And building on that foundation, that initial understanding, then you get to the really exciting part, where the light bulbs really go on. That's the hands-on component. These aren't lectures. Think hands-on mini labs. People aren't just listening. They're doing. They're actually engaging with generative AI tools. Now, generative AI, that's the kind that can create new stuff, right? Text, images, code, Based on your instructions, you've probably heard of ChatGPT, maybe Google Bard. So in these mini lags, people might feed in some text, maybe a draft social media post for their shop, and then they learn to tweak it. Guide the AI, give it better instructions to get what they actually need. That direct interaction, that immediate feedback, it's absolutely fundamental. It builds familiarity, sure. But more than that, it builds confidence. It shows them they are in control. They can direct these tools. And here's a really interesting insight we found. The aha moment. It often comes not from showing a perfect AI result, but from showing how to fix a bad one or a mediocre one. That teaches control, critical thinking, moving beyond just accepting what the AI spits out to actively guiding it. That's the game changer.
Oh, I love that. Learning by fixing it makes so much sense. So from these mini labs, these hands-on bits, you then guide them into what we're calling real-world playbooks. This is where it all clicks, where it becomes practical, immediately useful. You use specific examples, engaging ones that really resonate with their work, their industry. So imagine showing a local coffee shop owner how AI can whip up, say, 5 different social media ads for their new pumpkin spice latte, complete with emojis and hashtags. Quick, easy.
Yeah, or showing a nonprofit how they can use AI to summarize those super long meeting minutes, or condense a dense research paper into a 2-page brief. Think of the time that saves, time they can put back into their actual mission.
Exactly. Or maybe an artist using AI to brainstorm exhibition titles. Marketing copy. A small law office drafting initial answers to common client questions. These aren't abstract ideas, they're immediate solutions. Saving time, cutting down effort, sparking new thoughts.
And then the workshop needs to wrap up with something crucial. Collective reflection. This isn't just Q&A, it's a guided discussion, a space for the group to share their thoughts, their worries, maybe lingering questions. This part is so important for tackling those underlying anxieties head on. You know, a lot of people start out fearing AI will replace them or thinking it's just way too complicated. But when you facilitate a discussion around how AI actually enhances human skills, things like empathy, strategic thinking, creativity, that community connection, you don't just reduce fear, you actually reignite their passion for the core work, the stuff only they can do.
That's it, reframing it.
Exactly. We frame AI not as a replacement, because it's definitely not, but as an amplifier, a powerful amplifier of human capabilities. It's about handing off the dull stuff, the repetitive tasks, so they can focus more on the human side of their jobs. The creativity, the judgment, the connection, that shifting perspective, it's vital for getting people on board and truly empowering them.
Okay, so it's about empowerment, reframing. But this isn't just a one-off thing, right? This needs to be sustainable, provide ongoing value. So let's talk practicalities. How do you actually launch and grow this kind of AI translation service? The great thing here is the flexibility. You've got options. You could book local co-working spaces, maybe community centers for in-person workshops, get that direct connection, that hands-on help, or you could easily run really effective sessions online using Zoom or similar platforms. That gives you amazing reach. People can join from anywhere. It breaks down barriers. The main goal is just making it accessible, meeting people where they are.
And monetization. There are clear strategies there too. You could charge per participant, straightforward value, maybe offer discounts for early birds or groups, or think about partnering up. Existing training hubs, local business associations, chambers of commerce, maybe even community colleges. That instantly expands your reach to people already looking for skills, and it lends you credibility right off the bat. Imagine the local chamber endorsing your workshop. That's gold. These partnerships create this great cycle of learning and growth, establishing you as a trusted guide.
And once you've got that core workshop running smoothly, the scaling potential is really exciting. You don't have to stop there. You can layer things on, add advanced modules, turn that one workshop into an ongoing learning path. Think about offering deeper dives, like a prompt optimization masterclass, which is basically teaching people how to talk to AI effectively, how to write those instructions, the prompts to get exactly what they need, high-quality results consistently.
Yeah, it's like learning the secret handshake to unlock AI's best work.
Exactly. Or you could do sessions on responsible AI use, how to use these tools fairly, accurately, ethically, without getting bogged down in academic theory. Make it practical. You can also offer microlearning follow-ups, short, easy-to-digest tips or refreshers sent by email, maybe in a private group. That keeps people engaged, helps the learning stick long after the workshop, plus it provides ongoing value and potentially a recurring revenue stream.
And another really powerful way to scale something we're seeing make a big difference is the train the trainers model. Imagine certifying local champions, people within different towns or maybe different departments in a bigger organization. They become your ambassadors. They can deliver the core workshop themselves. This doesn't just massively expand your reach, it embeds that AI understanding deep within communities, deep within organizations. It creates this amazing ripple effect. You're not just offering a service, you're building a whole network of translators, a decentralized knowledge hub.
And it's so important to stress, this isn't just some, flash in the pan hustle. This isn't a fleeting trend. This work has real lasting impact, long-term value that's only going to grow. I mean, look around. Job roles everywhere are changing so fast, lifelong learning, upskilling. It isn't just nice to have anymore. It's becoming fundamental, necessary for staying relevant. So by offering these AI literacy workshops, you're giving people a foundational skill for adapting, for being resilient, for succeeding. You're basically helping future-proof careers and businesses.
And beyond the practical skills, there's something else really transformative happening in these workshops. They build community, real bonds. When teams learn together, try things out together, maybe stumble a bit together in a supportive space, it does more than just teach tech skills. It builds collective confidence, creates a network where people can share wins, troubleshoot problems, feel less alone or intimidated by it all. That shared experience, it's incredibly powerful for team spirit, for fostering innovation, and making sure whole communities can actually thrive with AI, not just a lucky few.
Which is exactly why this role, the AI translator, isn't going anywhere. If anything, it's becoming more crucial. As AI keeps evolving, and it will, you as that translator become the trusted guide, the constant resource for the people you've helped. It's not just about delivering a workshop, it's about building a relationship based on clarity, on support, making sure people have that human touch point as they navigate this ever-changing AI landscape. You become their compass, their indispensable guide. So wrapping up this deep dive, we've really explored the huge value in demystifying AI. And fundamentally, in selling understanding, not just selling tech. This workshop model for non-technical teams, it's not just smart business, it's meaningful, it's impactful, especially for anyone driven by connection, by teaching, by building a future where everyone kind of gets AI, an inclusive future.
And maybe just a final thought for you, our listener, to chew on. Considering how fast AI is being adopted, as we've discussed, and this undeniable need for real comprehension, how might you fit in? Whether you're looking to understand AI better yourself, or maybe you're thinking about becoming one of these AI translators, how could you help bridge this critical knowledge gap right in your own community? Or your own workplace? It raises that important question. What's one specific step you could take next to empower others with AI literacy to really make a difference?